My earliest memory of being in the park would actually be my brother and I discovered this tree that we thought was the largest tree in the world at the time as kids. And a few years later, I came across that tree again, and it just took me back to childhood memories of my brother and I and parents being there in the park.
Everybody wants to live in a vibrant community. Everyone wants to live in a community that's walkable. Everyone wants to live in a community that's green. And partnering with organizations like Parks and People help bring some of those resources to communities where those resources aren't.
The greatest thing is to see a neighborhood come alive simply because we put a wonderful park in a central location.
Originally, where we're at now used to be a dumping ground, and it took a group of us to come out here and clean.
For the last few months, even through the winter months, we had help beautifying the place, and it brought the neighbors more out.
All of this has to come from the neighborhood itself. And in all neighborhoods in Baltimore, there are groups of very active community leaders who are working hard to improve the conditions in the neighborhood and quality of life. So we want to help that. We come in with resources and passion and lots of ideas, but only the people who live on a block or in a neighborhood can say what it is they want to do.
We're talking about a community who had given up. They had lost hope. They didn't want to clean the neighborhood, and we improved upon it just a little bit more and a little bit more until today, where we have a world-class model for the city when it comes to city parks.
We could not have done it alone because, it required first financial resources and then expertise. We need someone to draw plans. We need someone to help us understand what does it mean to have a park where kids can play and is environmentally friendly.
Following the meeting with the community, I sat down and I started doing sketches, looking at how realistically all these elements could fit in one space and how this thing would grow in over time so that it truly could be a wonderful space for years to come.
The city looks much better. People live far more healthier. So whether it's seeing pretty trees and basically getting better air, making the neighborhood look prettier.
We're working to make sure that every child, every family, and every resident in Baltimore can walk out of their front door, can get to a safe, healthy, beautiful park within 10 minutes.
When I think about the next generation, I think we have an obligation to pass on to them not only green spaces that we receive, but pass them on even in a better condition.
I want the next generation of young people to know that the people before them did care, that we left a legacy, that we left a footprint, something productive for them to be able to build off of.
In the end of the day, to me, it's almost like saving lives.
The great thing about parks is it is not only the most democratic space, but it provides freedom for every kid to run, to jump, to scream, to ride a bike, to have a birthday party, to really be able to do what they cannot do indoors and what every kid needs to do.
I tell you, when the water came on, the kids exploded, and they've been running ever since, and so have I.
It is the private donation that supports Parks and People to get out into the community, to work with the neighbors and community leaders, to put pen to paper and make dreams a reality.
Every child deserves a park. Every child. All children, yes.